The noble truth of suffering, as understood in Buddhist teachings, begins with the concept of kama, or conceptual lust. Conceptual lust refers to the mental desires and attachments we form based on images, sounds, smells, tastes, touches, and ideas. Each individual has a unique set of preferences for these sensory experiences, influenced by the concepts shaped in their minds. For example, one person might be drawn to certain images, while another to particular sounds or smells, all due to the diversity of concepts in their minds. This attachment to sensory experiences, hoping for pleasure or satisfaction, is known as raga or craving. When we encounter an image, sound, smell, taste, or idea that aligns with our desires, we experience pleasure. But this pleasure is not inherent in the object itself, it is a projection of the mind. The Buddha teaches that our attachment to these projections, or conceptual lusts, creates suffering. We mistakenly believe that happiness is found in the objects or experiences themselves, but true happiness is found only in the mind's relationship with them. To illustrate this point, consider the example of a young person raised in a world filled with various influences, parents, teachers, friends, and society. Over time, this person forms concepts and desires based on what they have learned and experienced. One concept may be an idealized image of a dream princess or a certain object of desire. This image is a mental construct, and the craving for it becomes a form of conceptual lust. This attachment grows stronger as the individual seeks experiences, images, sounds, smells, etc., that reinforce this desire. But, when they encounter the image they desire, their mind deceives them into thinking that the happiness lies in the image itself, not in the fleeting connection between the mind and the object. This process is what the Buddha referred to as paticcasamuppada, or dependent origination. When the mind is touched by desire, it creates a feeling of pleasure or discomfort, which is called phassa, or contact. This contact leads to further attachment, as the mind develops a love for the object of desire, which intensifies the craving. The cycle continues as the person's desires grow stronger, and their attachment to these objects or experiences deepens. This attachment leads to suffering in various forms: anxiety, fear, anger, jealousy, and pride, all arising from the mind's inability to let go of its desires. The Buddha explained that because of this attachment, we create karma, and that karma shapes our future experiences. If we are attached to pleasurable experiences, we may find ourselves struggling to hold on to them when they are threatened or lost, leading to further mental conflict. When we fail to understand the nature of the mind and its desires, we become trapped in a cycle of suffering. Through understanding this cycle and the nature of conceptual lust, we can break free from the attachments that cause us suffering. By recognizing that the mind, body, and objects of desire are not mine, we can detach from the illusion of ownership and control. The Buddha taught that the key to liberation is understanding the nature of the mind and letting go of its attachments. This understanding leads to freedom from suffering and the attainment of nirvana, the end of the cycle of rebirth and suffering. Thus, the Buddha's teachings show that suffering arises from our attachment to sensory experiences, and only by understanding and transcending these attachments can we achieve true peace and freedom.